We're here with Red Sox legend and Hall of Famer Jim Rice here in Cooperstown. I got to ask, how does it feel to be back in Cooperstown for, the annual ceremony?
I've been doing this so nice. It's just coming back and seeing some of the guys being inducted, that's all.
So one of the most influential baseball teams in the 1970s was the Super Sox, obviously what they stood for in the city of Boston, a team that really defied a lot of odds. What was one of your favorite memories from being a part of that team and making it as far as you guys did?
Well, I think you go back to the 75 series when you had two rookies, myself, Freddie Lamb. You had Dwight Evans there, Carl Yastrzemski. You had a lot of guys that came up through the organization. You don't see that too often. You go into a series where you're able to play in a World Series. You didn't see too many guys that really started with the organization and ended up playing the World Series. What you have now is that the free agency really sparked a lot of interest in other ball clubs that had some money that could spend to get some players out there to make it a little more competitive against the Red Sox or the Yankees in Baltimore.
Spending your whole career in Boston, what can you just say about the sports culture of the city?
Well, even though I spent my whole career in Boston, but you only can't think about the Red Sox. You got to think about the Patriots. You got to think about the Celtics. You got to think about the Bruins. And so once the Red Sox finish the baseball season, then you look into the Bruins, then you look into the Celtics. So that is a very sports-minded city. We were just a portion of the city that's involved in the sports, and I think it's more competitive with the teams that you have amongst the teams that are in Boston. So if the Celtics got to win, we got to win. The Patriots win, we got to win. The Bruins win, we got to win. So that's being more competitive with the city of Boston, with the sports franchises there.
Obviously, throughout the course of your career, you were a very famous Red Sox, so you were one that the sports analysts were covering. But now, once you're not in your playing career anymore, you're now a sports analyst yourself with Nesson from time to time, talking about the Boston Red Sox. Now, what does that mean to you to be able to, contribute to the Red Sox franchise, both in your career and after your career?
Well, I think by playing the game, I don't think you can have any player on the team that could BS you. You played the game hard, you played the game the right way, you played the game when men were men. You don't see that now. The understanding of that is that when I came up, I had Carl Yastrzemski, I had Louis Tiant, so they already had kids who maybe like 12 or 10 years old or something like that, and I was only like 20 when I came up. So, but now you see organizations, or you see guys in the big leagues, you have maybe out of a 25-man roster, you probably have about 15 guys less than 25 years old. We didn't have that. We had men there, and so you need that father figure there, or a couple of father figures there to put those guys in place. And so I'm very fortunate to be able, if they're not put in place, that I can talk about on the air. And I really don't give a damn. I just tell it like it is.
Who are some guys on the Red Sox team now that demonstrate that sort of veteran presence that you're looking for?
We don't have any.
No.
We don't have any. But when you think about it, who's the oldest guy on the team? See, the thing about when you're talking about giving props to other guys or getting in someone's face, you got to have some numbers. You just can't go there and get in someone's face you haven't had any kind of production. It's called respect. And so you don't have anyone there that have played 6 or 7 years and have been outstanding. You have Devers, but Devers not like that. So who else you have on the team? You don't have anyone. So I think you get a guy like Judge, and Judge is a little different. You got a guy like Stanton, a little different. So yeah, those guys have been there and they have done it. So those are the guys that you look up to. We don't have anything like that.
You hit over 300 multiple times in your career, and you see that shift away from hitting for average now. You see a lot of people walking and hitting a lot of home runs, but also striking out a lot. What's the value in hitting for average, and do you think that's going by the wayside?
I would have wore that shift out. I would have wore it out because they're playing me to pull. I'm a right field hitter. And so that would have been vice versa. So normally, you got to have a frame of mind of what to do with the pitch. Normally, your right-handed hitters are high ball hitters. Your left-handed hitters are low ball hitters. So anything up high, you're going to go with the pitch. Guys are taught one way now. They're taught to launch the ball. They're taught to pull the ball. That's not the way to play the game. And you're talking about RBIs. You got to have in the back in your mind. A good friend of mine, Reggie Jackson, said that when he's walk up to the plate, he's in scoring position. You have to wait anybody to be on first base, second base. And that's where I felt too.
So playing with Dwight Evans and Fred Lynn and Carl Yastrzemski too, was there some kind of internal competition between you guys to push each other, make each other better, and maybe that contributed to why you guys were as good as you guys were?
I think you have to look at a situation that when Fred and I came over with rookies. So who are we to have competition? Yastrzemski already got 15 years in the big leagues. I met Dwight Evans in high school. Dwight was playing in Greenville, South Carolina, from Anderson, South Carolina, which we have a team in Greenville now. and all of a sudden 2 years later I'm in spring training with him. But there was no competition there.
So for the current Red Sox, what's the direction you think they're going to take for this trade deadline this year?
I am not in the front office. I do not look at the situation, what they need or what they can do. And I'm being honest with you, I don't watch baseball. I play baseball. I do baseball when I'm working. I'm golf, and I'm a Western guy. I swear to God, I don't do that. Because I think that if I get too involved, I'm the type of guy that I will go down and say something. And that's not a good thing. Because you find a lot of coaches are worried about their jobs. I'm not worried about mine. I'm retired. I've been retired since '89. So that's it. But you have to sit back a little bit, and you have to just grind your teeth and say, man, when I played with Gas, when I played with Rico, when I played with Dewey, we didn't have that. And so now players are different, and they say you got to adjust to the players. But you do, and then you don't. I think you have to play the game the right way. You have to give the team honest day's pay, and you have to give fans honest day's pay. I don't know how much a ticket is. I don't pay for any tickets. I've got 10 years in, so I got a gold card, and I still don't go to the game. But I don't know how much tickets, but I think I try to tell the young guys, when you think about not doing the right things, you're not cheating yourself. You're cheating your family. You go back, and when I played a game, I mean, if you were like game of the week, the Red Sox like game of the week. You had Turner with the Braves. You had the Yankees. I mean, it was a joy to play the game of the week when you call your mother, call your father, hey, I'm on the game of the week. You know, you guys watch me today. You know, you had everybody there at your house to see you play the game of baseball and play the game the right way.
Are you playing on the course tomorrow?
I'll be out there tomorrow.
How do you think you're going to do? How are we feeling?
I heard Smokesy had about 8 birdies today, so I don't know. But it's a team thing, so I'm not worried. But those, well, you know, when you think about playing golf, most of them are pitchers anyway. What are the pitchers? They pitch every 4th day, every 5th day. They had all the hell's the guy played every day. I didn't have time to play no golf. Pitchers.
What feels better to you, a long home run over the monster or a perfect split in the fairway drive?
Fairway. You got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys can hit home runs, but they can't hit a golf ball.
You heard it here first. Jim Rice, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay. Take care.
Appreciate the time. Thank you, sir.